I'm so sorry, ma'am. I know you need this medicine, but it looks like it's not covered by your insurance.
Yeah, unfortunately, I had to deny that one.
Wait, who are you?
I'm your insurance company's pharmacy benefit manager. I get paid based on the price of a medicine, and I don't make as much money off this one.
No one should stand between you and your medicine. Visit phrma.org/middleman to learn more. Paid for by Pharma.
At Discount Tire, we know your time is valuable. Get 30% shorter average wait time when you buy and book online. Did you know Discount Tire now sells wiper blades? Check out our current deals at discounttire.com or stop in and talk to an associate today. Discount Tire.
Let's get you taken care of.
This is Optimal Startup Daily, episode 994, The Two Biggest Myths in Selling Today, by Brian Tracy of briantracy.com. And I'm Dan, I'm your personal narrator here, and welcome. Thanks for joining me, and I'm going to jump right into it now as we optimize your life. The Two Biggest Myths in Selling Today, by Brian Tracy of briantracy.com. Myth number 1. Selling is a numbers game. Most of you hear this all the time, that selling is just a numbers game, to get as many no's as you can to lead you to a prospect who says yes. I know I was taught that when I first got into my sales career 15 years ago. Now, I will tell you that selling can indeed be a numbers game for you if all you know is traditional selling techniques. If you want to, you can, of course, call people over and over again and go through hundreds of calls a day. You can also chase them down until they listen to you just so they can come up with an excuse to get rid of you. Where did the numbers game concept come from? In my opinion, it came from several decades ago after the invention of the telephone. The sales manager, in order to make his salespeople feel better about themselves from continually calling prospects and getting rejected, said, "Selling is a numbers game." He made it up just to make his salespeople feel better. If selling is a numbers game, then in their mind, it's normal to get rejected on 95% of their calls. It's supposed to be how many calls you make and how many contacts you can reach will determine your success in selling, right? What if you didn't have to go through all that work, all those objections, and all that rejection just to make a few sales and barely get by? You see, in the post-trust era, with trust being at its lowest point that it's ever been in the marketplace, it's no longer the quantity of the calls you make or how many contacts you speak to. It's about the quality of those conversations and how deep you go in each conversation, or how deep you get with your questions to bring out their emotions. It's about how good you are at creating trust. It's about how good you are at detaching yourself from the expectation of making the sale so you become open to your potential customer, what their problems are, if any, what's causing those problems and how it's affecting them, to see if your solution will help them. Now, I'm not talking about just having a regular conversation. I'm talking about a very, very skilled conversation, asking the right questions at the right time in the conversation. When you have these conversations in a calm, relaxed, conversational voice, rather than the typical enthusiastic sales pitch voice, you will automatically attract your potential customers to you like a magnet. Why? Because for the first time in a long time, someone, which is you, is genuinely interested in them and what they are looking for, rather than trying to stuff your solution down their throat. They feel your intent and they start to lean on you and trust you as the trusted authority in your entire market. And sales myth number 2, rejection is just part of sales. Ask yourself this question. What is the greatest fear you and other salespeople have that holds you back from making calls, talking with prospects about your products or services you sell? Well, of course it's the fear of rejection, right? Have you ever considered that if you get anxious about meeting prospects or cold calling or calling your leads, and it prevents you from talking with them, or you feel the need to get pumped up before you meet your prospective clients, or you drag your feet before making those calls, it could be because it's the way you are communicating or think you have to communicate that is causing the problem. My question is, why do you accept that rejection is just something you have to accept in selling? You accept it because that's what you've been told, right? And you have experienced it yourself. I know I was taught that when I first got into sales. But what if the reason why your prospects rejected you was that you were actually triggering that rejection by the way you were communicating to them? And what if you could learn what those triggers are that are causing you to get rejected so you can eliminate them in your sales conversations? In my experience, there are 2 types of rejections. The first is the flat in your face, "I'm not interested," slam the door in your face. The second is the type where someone has looked at your solution and finds it really doesn't fit into what they're looking for. The second can be disappointing, but it doesn't necessarily feel personal. So let's take a look at the first one. You've probably been told over and over again that rejection is part of selling, and to learn to expect it, to deal with it, to get over it, and that you have to have thick skin to succeed in sales. And you might have even learned how to do that. Well, I will share with you that I believe that it's complete nonsense. I don't subscribe to that way of thinking and training because you can actually eliminate rejection not by mind games, mental tricks, or by popping in motivational CDs to pump you up, but by actually diffusing the cause of it. Once I broke the old model of selling, traditional selling techniques, my income went from about $300K a year to over $2.4 million a year selling the exact same thing, which is almost a 1,000% increase. You just listened to the post titled The 2 Biggest Myths in Selling Today by Brian Tracy of briantracy.com.
I'm so sorry, ma'am. I know you need this medicine, but it looks like it's not covered by your insurance.
Yeah, unfortunately, I had to deny that one.
Wait, who are you?
I'm your insurance company's pharmacy benefit manager. I get paid based on the price of a medicine, and I don't make as much money off this one.
No one should stand between you and your medicine. Visit phrma.org/middleman to learn more. Paid for by Pharma.
Too late isn't in your vocabulary. Reach your next goal at University of Maryland Global Campus. Get the accredited education you want wherever you are, on your own schedule. UMGC offers online degrees and certificates to help you level up your skills. Apply now and save with no application fee through May 31st. For more than 75 years, UMGC has been transforming adult lives. Access online courses, faster onboarding, and success coaches that help you along the way. Plus, UMGC makes an accredited online education more affordable than ever, with scholarships, interest-free payment plan, and no-cost digital resources in place of most textbooks. Choose from more than 125 degree and certificate programs in career-relevant fields and receive lifetime career services at no additional cost. Gain skills local employers are looking for in business, cyber, IT, healthcare, and more. Get started on your undergraduate or graduate degree or certificate online. No application fee if you apply by May 31st. Learn more at umgc.edu/podcast. Certified to operate by Chev.
And thank you to Brian, who has consulted for over 1,000 companies, including several billion-dollar-plus corporations in strategic planning and organizational development. He's also a sought-after keynote speaker and seminar leader with a special focus on personal and professional development. His talks and seminars have reached more than 5 million people worldwide, and Brian's also written a bunch of books and audio and video learning programs to reach as many people as he can to help others achieve their goals. So come by his site, briantracy.com, for a lot more, including a copy of his free 14-step goal-setting guide, which is super helpful. And again, that's briantracy.com, and I have that linked in this episode's description. But that's going to do it for this episode. I thank you, of course, for being here with me, being a subscriber to the show, and sharing it with others whenever you get a chance. That really helps us. So have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.